Okay, welcome to a new episode of Nate's MMA Corner. I'm Nate, and if you watch my show, you're in my corner. Today's episode is a post-fight show for UFC Fight Night, Reyes vs. Weidman, and also some MMA news regarding UFC 244. Excuse me. So, quick rundown, post-fight rundown of the Fight Night. We had in the main event a light heavyweight clash with Dominic Reyes versus Chris Weidman. This was pretty much how I said it was going to be in the pre-fight show. Reyes won 1 minute 43 seconds in the first round by knockout, KO punches. Great win for Dominic Reyes, and like I said, either title shot or top contender fight for the belt at this point for Reyes. Yeah, he's either title shot or one fight away from the belt, challenging for the belt. Yeah, then in the featherweight division, we had Yair Rodriguez versus Jeremy Stephens. And Rodriguez won 29-28, unanimous decision, easily winning the first 2 rounds. And then the round 3 was Stephens making a comeback and hanging in there and showing the true warrior spirit of his fight career. And yeah, entertaining fight nonetheless. Reyes landed some just great strikes and some good ground and pound. I believe especially in round 2. Then in the heavyweight division, we had Greg Hardy versus Ben Sassoli. Ben Sassoli from The Ultimate Fighter, and very underestimated opponent against Greg Hardy. Landed some heavy shots against Greg Hardy. Greg Hardy basically, as far as I'm concerned, won this by unanimous decision. But yeah, unfortunately for him, it got overturned to a no contest due to the inhaler being used in between the rounds. And yeah, so Greg Hardy got a no contest, but he's replacing JDS for Volkov in upcoming UFC Fight Night card in Moscow, I believe it is. And that should be a good fight and a good test for Volkov and a good test for Hardy. Then in the lightweight division, now this one I definitely got wrong. Joe Lauzon versus Jonathan Pierce. I thought Pierce was going to go in there and smoke Joe, but it didn't happen. Joe Lauzon got it. TKO punches round 1. He just got top position and took his back and was just pounding him out. And Jonathan Pierce was not able to get out. He was stuck in the position. Joe, I think if he decides to retire, this is what a way to go out. Hometown crowd, Boston, getting a bonus, getting a win. I mean, it was a good card, and yeah, and then we had or no, I take that back. Yeah, he didn't get the bonus, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, Joe did a good job. Then in the women's flyweight division, we had Macy Barber versus Jillian Robertson. TKO punches win for Macy Barber round 1. Jillian Robertson's a tough, durable veteran in the women's flyweight division in UFC, and so for Macy Barber to go in there and just make it look easy was very impressive. And I think Macy Barber definitely has title aspirations in her future, in the near future, possibly 2, 3, 4 fights tops away from fighting for that belt, as far as I'm concerned. And she still could be the youngest UFC champ in history, so we'll see. I think she has a very solid ground game, but this fight showed that she also has solid stand-up. Then in catchweight bout, we had Darren Stewart versus Deron Winn. Now this one I got wrong. I thought Deron Winn was just going to out-wrestle Darren Stewart and then get a decision win. But Darren Stewart landed strikes constantly throughout this fight. I mean, he kept the pace with the strikes, and I think that's what won him the decision. Yeah, Darren Stewart definitely beat a guy that was a high caliber wrestler and had a lot of hype going into this fight. And yeah, Darren Stewart, yeah, just looked amazing in this fight. Uh, yeah, he landed some heavy shots, especially midway into the fight. Yeah, then yeah, update on UFC 244. At the time of this recording, the main event is still on. Nate Diaz versus Jorge Masvidal for the BMF title at welterweight, and yeah, it's should be a fun fight. And I know there's a lot of talk is Nate Diaz going to pull out, but to give everyone an update, at the time of this recording, at 12:20 on October 25th, the fight is still on. Just so you guys know, just thought I'd give you guys an update on that. Oh, and also, best of luck for Walt Harris. That his 19-year-old family member is found who went missing. So everyone, look for read up on it and look for it. Look for anything you could find. Notify authorities, and also if there's any information you have, and then also wish Randy Couture speedy recovery. And so shout out to Randy Couture. And that wraps up this episode. Stay tuned for pre-fight for Maia versus Askren. And until then, see ya.